Hello students, now we are going to move with our last topic of this chapter 8 heredity, and that is the sex determination. So we will move with this. So different species use a very different strategies for the determination of sex of young ones. Means there are so many type of species of organism we have. Different species use different strategies or different methods for the determination of sex in the young ones. Once the young one take birth, the sex of that young one will be determined by different methods. So, for example, some depends entirely on environmental conditions. In some cases, in some species, the sex of the young one is depend on environmental conditions. Like example, few reptiles. The temperature at which fertilized eggs are kept determines whether the animal developing in the egg will be a male or a female. See, it is very interesting. So, in case of reptiles, not all, few reptiles, the temperature at which fertilized egg is kept means after the fertilization, the egg, the present in which temperature, high temperature, low temperature, on that the sex of that young one will be depends. In other animals, such as snails, individual can change the sex, indicating that sex is not genetically determined. In case of snails, the individual or the young one can change the sex. So what this says that sex is not genetically determined. So there are many different type of strategies with the help of which sex of the young ones is determined. But in case of human being, it is a very different method. It is a very interesting way to determine the sex. So however, in human being, the sex of the individual is largely genetically determined. So in case of human being, which is a highly grown animal, the sex of the individual is genetically determined. In other words, the genes inherited from our parents decide whether the offspring will be a boy or a girl. So whatever genes are inherited from the parents to the young ones, those will decide the young one will be a boy or a girl in case of human being. Human chromosomes have a maternal and a paternal copy, and we have 22 such pairs. So total number of pairs of chromosomes in human is 23, and out of 23, 22 pair of chromosomes are normal chromosomes which will be transferred from both maternal and paternal side, which will decide all the characters in our body, the one which are inherited from our generations to generation. Like it may be a skin color, or it may be a eyes color, or it may be a shape of ear, etc. The all normal characters will be decided by this 22 pair of chromosomes, which are called autosomes. But one pair, which is called a sex chromosome, this will decide the young one will be a boy or a girl. Women have a perfect pair of sex chromosome called X. So in case of females, whatever sex chromosome pair we have, it is a perfect pair, that is X. Means it has, or the woman has XX as the sex chromosome. But men have mismatched pair of sex chromosome. Mismatched means one is X and one is Y, and it will be denoted as XY. So I hope you understood. Human being have total 23 pairs of chromosome, but out of 23, 22 are normal chromosomes which will decide all the characters of the human being. But one pair which is called a sex chromosome. In case of females, in case of women, the sex chromosome will be same, which is having XX, and men will be having mismatched pair of sex chromosome, and that is one is X and one is Y. So the combination of this will decide the sex of the young one. So all children will inherit an X chromosome from their mother. So remember, from mother, as the mother has XX chromosome, all children will get X chromosome from the mother regardless of whether they are boy or a girl. Means the young one, it may be a boy or it may be a girl. from mother they have got the X chromosome. Thus, the sex of the child will be determined by what they inherit from the father. So it is depend on the father. From father there are chances to get X chromosome or a Y chromosome. If they get X chromosome, then the XX combination will become a girl. If they get Y chromosome from the father, then XY combination will be a girl. And like this, the sex of the child will be determined in case of human being. We will see it little bit of detail. So now consider this is a male and the sex chromosome in male are capital X and capital Y. So I'll write it here, capital X, capital Y. It is a female and here I'll write the sex chromosomes are capital X and capital X. Now see the chances. In some sperms there will be X chromosome and in some sperms there will be Y chromosome. But in female all X will be having X chromosome. This is very important. You have to remember this. In men, there is a mismatched pair of sex chromosome, and that's why some sperms may have X, some sperms may have Y. But in female, it is a perfect pair of sex chromosome, and therefore all the X will be having X chromosome. Now, when the fertilization takes place, if the sperm having X chromosome combined with the egg having X chromosome, then the child will have XX as the sex chromosome. And if it is XX, it is nothing but a female. So this child will be a girl child. So I'll write it here, girl. Then, if the sperm having Y chromosome fertilized with the egg having X chromosome, then the combination of sex chromosome in the young one will be X and Y. And this is nothing but the sex chromosome of boy. So always remember, if the X chromosome from male combines with the X chromosome from female, it will be a girl child. Y chromosome from a male combines with the X chromosome from the female, it will be a boy child. And like this, the sex of the child will be determined in case of human being. This is very important question. Many of the times it will be repeated how the sex determination will be done in case of human being. So this is important question. Practice it, understand it, try to understand all the videos, watch my all the videos, all are in a very simple and easy way with all notes. You refer all the videos, make all the notes, write down all the notes in the book, make the notes copy which will help you to write the answers in the exam. And watch my all videos, support my channel, please subscribing my channel so that it will give a positive inspiration for me to make more and more videos for you people. Thank you so much. Thank you.